Nittany Lion Roar with Xtreme Panda here, and this is episode 2 of Extreme War Advice. This time we're featuring Kakashi, who's part of my alliance, Xtreme Panda. And so this is one of his war hits. He sent me a whole bunch of successful one-shot attempts, and so he's a very good player, a very good tile player, very good team builder. And so this just happened to be one that was not a successful one-shot, and I want to show it just to see, is there anything else that I would have done differently? I'm not going to pretend that what I would do differently is necessarily correct. But this whole series is for me to provide my alternate view of what I might do, and perhaps there's something there that will click for all of you, and perhaps Kakashi. So let's look at the team build first. It's a 4-1 build. The things I like about it are Frida really makes this team powerful, and that's because the elemental debuff, when you add other blues to that, you can end a battle really quickly by using Frida and then a couple of other blues. And then we have Regard, who I really like too. Regard is just an extremely powerful 4-star hero and very necessary against teams that have like Gravemaker, and the team that he's going to face actually has Aslar and Drake and all that kind of stuff. So Costume Regard, if that comes along, that should absolutely be leveled up and would make this team even better. Something I don't like about this team so much is Kirill, and only because Regard's already in here. I do like Kirill as a healer. I think he's great, actually, in War. If this team didn't have Regard, I think Kirill would be fine. Regard's better than Kirill, so having said that, I think in the high-level wars that we fight, I prefer aggressive attacking teams over ones that are trying to heal and stick around, only because the opposing team is so powerful. No amount of healing is just going to kind of delay the inevitable. So really, you want to try to end these battles quick. So I would replace Kirill with somebody more aggressive. Secondly, I'm taking a look at the troops. The troop placement is fine, although I'd probably put the level 13 troop on Magnate just because his defense is so weak, and that crit troop has high defense. And also, I thought that Kakashi had a level 23 or higher mana troop, although I could be wrong, but if that's the case, that really should go on Frida. I don't see it here, though. Alright, so let's watch the gameplay now. I'm going to pause it on the opening board so we can take a look at the options. Alright, so taking a look at this opening board, perhaps one of the most obvious moves is the purple match in the middle, which will lead to a small cascade where it'll match blue and then, possibly other matches under that. So I like that move a lot, although looking on the board, I think I might actually favor something different. So when I start a match, I always just kind of observe what's going on with the board to see if there's any diamond potential and stuff like that. So taking a look at this, there's no diamond that's obvious to me, but there might be a hidden one in here, and all the YouTube viewers might be able to catch that. Although the purple match in the middle is like the obvious choice, I might actually make the purple Dragon Bomb and try to actually make some purple matches here. And the reason I would do that is just to kind of get Regard up for whenever I do need him, but most importantly because there's like almost the right amount of blue tiles here, but there's not quite the right amount of blue tiles. And so I would think it's important to clear some of the chaff away so that we get some more blue tiles on board to start making those. Because the thing with a 4-1 team is you kind of want to, and this is true of mono attack teams as well, you want to build up on that strong color, so there's a whole lot of it on the board, and then unleash it all at once. When you do that, and hey, Basil the cat's here to provide his advice too. Come on over. Hello, Basil. Some of you were saying you hadn't heard from Basil in a while, so he's been coming to join my videos here again. Alright, so back to my point with the 4-1 teams and mono teams. You want to build up the strong color and then start unleashing it all at once, because what it'll do is the tiles will actually probably kill the tank all by itself or get very close. And then all of your specials will light up at the same time, and then you can just kind of unleash that on 2 or 3 of the opposing heroes to kill them. And then that puts you way ahead, and then you just have to ghost some tiles for a while and win. So that's the basic strategy with these 4-1 and mono teams. So let's see what Kakashi does. I'd make the purple dragon bomb there in the lower middle right. So Kakashi goes for the obvious one that sets off a cascade, which it's a good move. I just thought it might be better to get rid of some of the purple tiles first. So now he's getting rid of the purple tiles. The problem being there's not a lot of blue tiles left. And now with that match, we get 2 specials fired, but that's not quite enough. And see, if Regard had charged earlier, actually, he might still be alive then because he would have healed. But I'd go after Drake. Drake's about to go off. That hit on Kiona's okay. I worry about the rogues charging though, so I kind of just try to kill the rogues with tile damage or save them for last. But Missandra hitting Kiona to finish her off was okay. Alright, and so now the offense is in big trouble. And I kind of think making the purple matches first would have, first of all, charged Regard to kind of save himself, but also brought some more blue tiles on the board. And what would have been important about that is right here, you would have charged Frida, Kirill, Missandra, and Magni so that you could take advantage of the elemental debuff. Because right now with Frida being slower, she charged after the other specials actually went off, so it didn't end up helping. All right, so that's really it. I mean, I think, that was an example of just a really aggressive type of defense. And so I'm just kind of winding it back to the beginning. It was just an example of a really aggressive kind of defense where, the specials were going off pretty quickly and the offense got eaten alive. I also think if you traded places, Kirill and Frida, that Frida's tougher and probably would have caused Kirill to stay alive a little bit longer too, because those middle 3 heroes get hit more just by, if you think about how Elkinen and Drake hit, they only hit 3, and so if you just do the math going down the line, the ends get hit twice by a hero that hits 3. Like if they target every hero once, the end heroes get hit twice. All the middle heroes get hit 3 times. I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to dive super into detail with that description, but you can certainly ask in the comments for more detailed description on that. But that's basically it. Just a couple of team build suggestions, and then one, for I think the opening board move that really could have just changed things in your favor. And, this battle ended so quickly that you really need every move to matter. That's the only thing I would have done differently though. So almost every other move I agree with, I think is fine. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If anybody else has comments, feel free to log it. All right, thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe.